This is video number 2 for the Math 8-9 Honors course at OKM Mission Secondary regarding topics 4.3 and 4.4 from Math Makes Sense 8. Surface area of a right rectangular prism and surface area of a right triangular prism. In section 4.3 we will begin with a right rectangular prism. When we think of a rectangle, we should recall from previous grades that the formula is area equals length times width, or A equals L times W. Now the units for area or surface area of an object, we would use units squared. That would be in an instance where there are no units being provided. However, as we can see in question 4, we have centimeters. So to calculate the surface area, we would conclude with centimeters squared. If they were in millimeters, millimeters square, and so on. The surface area of a prism is the sum of all its faces. In question number 4, we're asked to calculate the surface area of this shape. We may draw a net of the rectangular prism. I like to start with the bottom. In other words, if we look carefully here, the bottom is an 8 centimeter by 5 centimeter rectangle. This is 8 centimeters. This is 5 centimeters. To show that sides are equivalent in sketches, we can use hash marks. The single hash marks will indicate the 5 centimeter side, and double hash marks will indicate the 8 centimeter side. And that's arbitrary. We also have the front and back of the rectangular prism. These consist of two rectangles that are 3 by 8. Two hash marks. We have a new side being introduced, so we'll use 3 hash marks. There's a back, also 8 by 3. The top of the rectangular prism is another 8 by 5. And then we have the two ends of the rectangular prism. Those dimensions are 5 by 3. Obviously not drawn to scale, but the hash marks indicate what the length would be for each side. Okay, the next thing I will do is label. So I'm going to call this rectangle, which is an 8 by 3 rectangle, rectangle A. And here's another 8 by 3 side, so it also is designated as rectangle A. The 8 by 5 sides I will label as rectangles B. The 5 by 3 sides I will indicate as rectangle C. This will help me organize my work. We will now calculate the area of side A. Area is length by width. There are 2 of these rectangles labeled A. They are 8 by 3s. We will double that. 24 by 2 is 48 centimeters squared. Area B, we have 2 of these rectangles. it is an 8 by 5. Which is 40 times 2. We have 80 centimeters squared. The third side, C, once again, we have 2 of them. Rectangle C is a 5 by 3. Five by 3 is 15. There are 2 of them, and we have 30 square centimeters. Finally, we show the total. By adding 48, 80, and 30 together. The total surface area of this object is 158 square centimeters. Question number 5. The school is holding elections for student council. And we have a ballot box here to collect the ballots. We will paint the ballot box, and we will paint the bottom of the ballot box. There's a top on this box that has a slit for the ballots. The dimensions are 16 by 1 for the slit, and all other faces, all the faces of this box, of the cube, are 30 by 30. So, we can begin by calculating the surface area of all the sides. Area is length by width. Since it is a cube, every face has the same area. There are 6 faces. So, each face is 30 by 30. And there are 6 of those. 30 by 30 is 900. When we multiply 900 by 6, we find that the total surface area is 5,400 square centimeters. Before we say that this is how much needs to be painted, we need to recall that the slit is at the top, and that will not require paint. So we need to find the area of that slit, 16 square centimeters, and subtract the slit's area from the total surface area of all the sides. So the total would be 5,400 subtract 16. The result is 5,384 square centimeters. It's a word problem, so we can conclude with a sentence. Therefore, the total surface area to be painted is 5,384 centimeters squared. Something new, or something that might be new to you, is this symbol. 3 dots making the shape of a triangle represents therefore. Many times in math and science, when we make conclusions, rather than writing out the word therefore, we may use that symbol. Section 4.4 surface area of a right triangular prism includes the following formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. That would be the formula for the area of a triangle. B times H divided by 2. Let's apply that to question number 7. Question number 7 asks us to calculate the surface area of the following triangular prism. Please note, it is important to realize that the base and height of a triangle will be where the right angle meets. In this case, the 5 centimeter side and the 15 centimeter side meet at a right angle, thereby making these sides your base and height. Really pay attention to this when you do number 8 on page 192 of your assignment. So anytime you see this symbol, so when we look at the following diagram, we see that it is a triangular prism. It has 2 bases, and the bases are triangles. Now you'll notice on this triangle in particular, there are 3 measurements provided. We have a height of 5 centimeters, we have a base of 15, and then there's a diagonal measurement of 9. As far as a triangle goes, we need to pay special attention to where the right angle is. The 5 centimeters being the height and the base being 15 centimeters are the 2 measurements that meet at a right angle, and that is what we will use in our triangle formula. Area is base times height times 2. Base times height divided by 2. Since there are 2 triangles, we will multiply by 2. The 2's can cancel out, and we're left with base times height, which is a base of 15 times a height of 5. 75 square centimeters. That takes care of our triangles. We also have 3 rectangles. The bottom rectangle is a 15 by 20, and then the other 2 rectangles are the same dimensions, 9 by 20. Let's start with those 2 rectangles. Area of a rectangle's length times width. 2 of them are the same, the 9 by 20s. So that would be 180 times 2 is 360 square centimeters. And finally, the bottom rectangle is a 15 by 20, and that gives us 300 square centimeters. Therefore, the total surface area is 300 plus 75 plus 360, totaling 735 square centimeters. This is the end of video number 2. You may proceed to your assignment.